was delicious. We're gonna wait for people to join. I just had some breakfast. It was delicious. I think that was the first time I've ever taken bacon and cooked it right inside of the pancake batter. Yes, I'm telling them that. They need to know this.
When you say my diet's trash, then we'll reflect back on it.
What can I do? I can only do what I can do. It's going to be a beautiful day. And you know what? We're free to go out and be in it today. Because neither one of us have any clients. Although there's plenty of work. All right, I'm trying to wait a little bit so some folks can join the live with me. Hello. Welcome to the morning message. Shout out to Essence for the little 1-2 punch, a little jewelry, little shout out 1-2. This does a lot of different things, and I love that. I love that for me. I don't know if I want to wear it like that or like this. Oh. If I can get it right and get it tight. Get it right and get it tight. It's something like this. Maybe not. I don't know. Essence, if you're out there, send your girl a tutorial, but I know it does something like this. It looks a lot different when my hair is down. Give you a little 1-2 like that. Ooh, I like that it's cold. It feels good. All right, I don't know if I'm doing that quite right, but something like that is how it goes. It also can go from the back to hang over the ear as an additional adornment. And this I kind of like because I don't have any hair. So with a little boop, boop, boop. That's cute. And then I even saw this little number like so. And this is cute. Cute, cute, cute. All right, now we're starting to get some friends on this live as I'm just playing with my new accessory. It's cute. Cute, cute, cute. And then it has a thing to go with it. Thing. Okay. All right, now that we've got some company, I want to welcome you all to the morning messages. Hello. Say hello in the chat, if you will. We're just getting started. I don't want to waste your time with too many shenanigans today, but I probably should introduce myself before I start rambling off. Those of you who are new here, hi. My name is Alami. My name is Alami Bashir. I am an intuitive self-mastery coach. I get the lovely honor and pleasure of teaching people how to reconnect with their intuition so they can make more grounded decisions and align with the life they desire and deserve. I am so excited. I cannot contain myself. I can't even sleep at night. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night. And then I woke up at about 2:30, and for me, that's a full night's rest. If I get 6 hours, I'm done. So I woke up at 2:30, and I've been up since then. Okay, let's be real. Why? I am excited. I'm just excited. I'm so excited. It's just, and I almost feel guilty for feeling this excited because I know it's like a time of like hardship and challenge and sorrow for people. But fuck. My life is getting good. It's getting gooder. I don't say that to gloat. It's fucking, when your life is good, you should talk about it. And if it's not good, you should change it. Okay? Anybody who wants to hate on me because I'm celebrating my feel good, you should probably exit now because you're going to get sick of me. Okay? Because that's what type of time I'm on over here. I am on the time and in the season of really only aligning with things that make me feel good, that make me excited, that make me feel encouraged, that make me feel empowered. Is I'm not here for nothing short of what I want. I'm not here for it. And so if you don't want to talk about that, if you don't want to hear about that, now is a good time because that's all I got to talk about. That's all I want to say to y'all. It's not even about my life. It's like how you can fix yours to get yours in alignment for you. Voila. It's about how can you change your life to make it feel good to you. So you want to run out and tell somebody. It's not just waking up to come hear me run my mouth. Although I could do that. What steps are you taking and making so you can feel good and feel this kind of joy in your life experience? That's really the whole essence of these morning messages. It's really a time for you to just kind of sit and reflect or maybe learn and incorporate some new approaches, a new perspective, a new way of looking at your life so that you can get inspired to change it for the better. So I'm going to share some intuitive messages as I always do. I don't know what's coming forth. I'm going to work with this card deck. And this is a card deck I'm normally drawn to when it's about love, when I'm talking about love. Oh, but look at that. And I'm talking about love. Usually love relationships, some kind of intimate love or partnership is usually when I'm drawn to this deck. But I feel like this is a part 2 of what we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about freedom. Freedom. And it's like an energy of needing to become intoxicated with it. Intoxicated. Under the influence of it. Okay. Freedom. Getting intoxicated. I don't know about you, that makes me think of like going bottoms up, intoxicated, drinking, smoking, getting intoxicated, getting high or low, depending on how you view it. They want to really emphasize the word intoxicated, being under the influence of, okay? Of what? Under this mindset of freedom, okay? Being intoxicated with it, okay? In love with it, okay? We'll be all night. We'll be all night. Yeah. Drunk in love?
Yes.
That's the vibes. Literally, I'm hearing the song in my head. That's the vibe, so. To be drunk in love with this concept of personal freedom. To be drunk with it. That's an interesting phrase. This notion of being drunk or intoxicated with this feeling of freedom. Yeah. To be under the influence of it. So, this ain't nothing I've ever thought in my mind before, to be drunk in love with freedom. And these are interesting concepts to piece together, but that's where we are. Being drunk in love. You ever been drunk in love? You ever been so in love that you're just silly? That you don't even like take life serious anymore. It's just all good. Okay? It's all good. You ever been so in love that you literally feel like time stops, or like there's a new timeline for you in this relationship that's different than what everybody else is on? It's like there is a high that we get from being in love that is unmatched by any other high. Okay? Those of you who have touched love, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Everything is great. Everything has color, you know. It's like no bad days because you're in love. And it doesn't matter what's happening, everything's going to work out. Because why? We're in love. To be loved, to be loved. What a feeling. Yeah, and so it is like we do become like fucking out of our minds when we touch love, when we're in love. There's a freedom, there's a carelessness, there's a carefulness, even, okay, as I'm hearing carefulness also. There is just such a liberation that comes with love because you just stop caring about things. You're just hyper focused on that experience, and all the other things just start to fall away as important. Okay. And so, this is the kind of mindset that we're being encouraged to adopt around freedom, to fall in love with our pursuit of personal freedom, to be influenced by it. Okay. And I'm hearing incapacitated, which is an interesting word to put there. Incapacitated by your pursuit of freedom, meaning you're not doing anything that's not in alignment with it. Okay. And I'm also hearing this word obsession, to be obsessed with your personal freedom. Okay. Now, the word freedom came out as a card in the deck. That's what brought me back to the message from yesterday. And this card says, you are releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Okay, openness is what they're associating here. I'll say it again. You are releasing any self-imposed restrictions. Any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations. Okay, we're releasing any self-imposed restrictions or perceived limitations through the loving energy of openness. Okay, I'm getting free by being open. Okay. I'm getting free by being open. Now, I told y'all, I feel like this is related to love. And it's not just, you know, an obsession or a love or pursuit of personal freedom. And what does that even mean, pursuit of personal freedom? It means creating the kind of life that you want, unbound by anything you don't want, okay? Freedom unbound by anything you don't want, okay? Pursuit of that, in love with that. Allowing yourself to be influenced every step of the way, every day by that. But this card is talking about openness as the pathway to that. Okay. Some of y'all think that being closed off, being locked in, as you might say, I gotta lock in so I can accomplish my goals, so I can get to where I'm trying to get. You think that locking in is the way. My son uses this language all the time. I gotta lock in. Or he'll say, tee up, gotta tee up. But that's his way of saying, I got to take control of a situation to make the outcome happen. Okay. Got to lock in. This card says to free up. Okay. To release, in fact. So as we're talking about freedom, it's like just the opposite. It's not what do I need to start controlling more so I can get free. It's what do I need to let go of? Okay. And there are things that we love that we need to let go of. Okay, there's certain attitudes or people or places and activities and things and all kind of distractions that we love that are keeping us from experiencing a higher sense of personal freedom. This is saying, look at what you need to release. Okay. And I'm feeling like this is related to relationship, okay? I do. Is what do you need to release? Whether it is an actual person or it is a problem that you have in the relationship, uh, or if there is a challenge. It's like if you know you are responsible for creating problems in this connection, it's time to stop. It's like, what do you need to let go of? It's given like a frequency of insecurity. Okay, it's given insecurity. So I feel like this energy of freedom is given a lot of layers, okay? It's given a lot of different context of message. One, it feels like it's a reiteration of what we were talking about yesterday in terms of pursuit of personal freedom, okay? And the choices that one can start to make to create more freedom in their lifestyle or their experience. And this is talking about like what feels like having an obsession with that pursuit. It's not enough just to say, I'm happy today. Is do you feel free? And free is when we feel like we have the liberty to do and come and go as we please. Do you feel freedom in your happiness? Okay. And if that answer is no, then it's like it's time to become obsessed with that. It's like, what else are you focused on besides becoming happier and more fulfilled and more unbound in your experience? Okay. It's a lot of layers in this message. Okay. I also feel this word freedom is speaking specifically to relationship. Okay. Now, we talked about freedom yesterday, and actually, a pathway to freedom was described as relationships through what we were talking about as social support. The faster way to get to freedom is when you have more help, people that can help you do what you need to do to get there, right? But this is also talking about relationships differently today. So while we need support and help and partnership and teamwork and all this kind of collective work to get a thing done fast, this card is making reference to the kind of relationship that is necessary. Okay. Yes, we do need people to help and support, but it's not everybody is able. Okay. Not everybody that come along to support you on your journey is actually wanting to contribute to your freedom. Some people want to just be there, take up space, be on the front lines. Some people do want to contribute. Some people want to take from you. They want to be close because they want to take from you. They want to learn from you. They want to glean from you. Okay. And then there are people who want to tear you down. Okay. There are people who will want to be in community and be close to you because they actually want to sabotage your success, okay? And so there's a need for you to discern, to decide what people come into your circle, who can actually contribute to your pathway and your goal and your focus in life, okay? Everybody's not created equal. Just because people say they want to help doesn't mean that they are helpers or will be helpful. Okay. I received that. All right. So there's a lot of layers to this, man. This is this is a lot of layers to this concept. Okay. So again, I'm just giving all the messages as they're coming. I wish they were coming in a little bit more organized, but it's like piggybacking on, freedom is free. Okay, that message from yesterday, freedom is free. And there are certain things that you can do to bring more of that frequency into your life. Okay. Letting go is one of these things. Letting go of certain attitudes, habits, practices, people, things is one of these ways. Okay. There are certain relationships that you may need to consider letting go of so that you can feel more personal freedom. Okay. There are certain people, again, that are in proximity that are not there to contribute. They're there to take away. Okay. So it's looking at what relationships that you feel are maybe there to contribute that are actually taking away from you. Okay. I know this might be hard to kind of figure out for some of you. Okay. because you are used to sabotaging your success. But it's like, pay attention to people who are not lifting you up, you know, people who are not asking you about how you're doing or what you're doing or how you've been. It's like, pay attention to who these people are. Okay. Pay attention to them. Just because they may not be holding you back doesn't mean that they deserve a space in your proximity. Okay. It's like, people have to bring value to you in your experience. Okay. It's like anything else is dead weight. If you don't feel enriched through your friendships, connections, partnerships, if you don't feel that a reciprocal exchange of energy, it's dead weight. It might be a relationship you need to free yourself of, okay, or reposition. I don't know, okay. But it's a lot of energy around what do you need to let go of? People, places, things, habits, practices, all kinds of things, but really focusing in on relationships. What are the relationships or the people that are not contributing to your success? Okay. I feel like I want to spell that out some more, but I'm gonna just let that be what it's saying. Hi, Angel Crystal. Did you finally cut your hair? No, I did not. And so that's why we have a masking procedure here today. Great day, Angel. Thank you. I like this head wrap. This is one of my many sarongs that you will probably see on a daily basis. I have about 4 or 5 sarongs. I just rotate them from top to bottom to head wrap every day. I might have wore this one yesterday. All you gotta do is rinse it out, wash it. It's all better. All right. Honestly, these messages feel like, it's kind of like, I feel like it's a dartboard. Like, I'm just going to throw the dart, and where that message lands is what I'm talking about. It does not feel cohesive today. It feels like a hodgepodge of things. And so I'm just going to share it as it's coming. And I say that because, in as much as I thought all these cards were going to be about the same thing, I don't think that's the case. Okay. This card says joy. This card says joy, and it's giving me like a different frequency than what we were talking about freedom. Is why I said all that. So it says, you delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. Okay. You delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So I do feel like a lot of like relationship energy around these cards, though. It's still like, I know we were talking about freedom yesterday, and like there was some relationship messages around freedom today. I feel like this really is around relationship today, though. Okay. So it says joy, you delight in the love of life and bring a spirit of fun to all that you do. So I feel like, you know, as we're talking about qualifying relationships, like if a relationship is not contributing, and joy is one of those key elements. Like, if you don't enjoy the partnership, friendship, kinship, relationship, if you don't enjoy it, okay, that might be enough of a qualifier to dismiss it, okay? If you're not having fun anymore, if it's not bringing you smiles and happy times, then like, what are you doing it for? Why are you involved in it? Why are you giving it your time and attention? Okay. It's like, you need to free yourself of any dead weight. Okay. Anything that is not bringing joy, adding value, contributing, enriching, it's got to go. Okay. Like, people don't get to just take up space anymore. Okay. Like, when you were a kid and you just were at school, you know, everybody was your friend because you went to school with them. So that's my friend, even though you never talked to them. It's like my friend. Okay. It's like, now that you're older, you don't call people friend that you don't, you know, spend time with, you know, or that you're not in community with. People that you enjoy, you will spend time with and you will make time for. And here's the thing, certain people kind of fall in this neutral space. You don't hate them, but you don't love them to death, and they're just kind of in the void of the middle. And you get to decide what you do with that, you know, how do you navigate that? Everybody's different. Some people are like, I only have time for what I got time for, and I don't have time for that, okay? And some people are like, I got to make time for that because that matters to me. You choose to navigate it how it makes sense to you. This card says joy, and the key characteristic of any partnership or relationship of any kind must include joy. Okay, must. Every relationship, yeah. Anyone that you're entertaining, like everyone, yeah. Even the ones you don't choose. You know, like a parent-child relationship. And as much as we want to pretend that every parent loves every child, we know that's not true. And we know that even when a parent may love their child, they may not like them. Okay. And if they don't like them, it's probably make it real hard to find joy in that connection. And does that mean that that shouldn't be the goal because it's hard? No, it means it's still number one important on the list is to find ways to enjoy this connection so that it can be perceived as authentic and genuine as opposed to fake and contrived. You know, this energy of joy is essential to every union that you choose to be in. And then you can choose to opt out, I guess, too, right? Joy, essential to every relationship. It's got to be fun, okay? Like even at work, yes, especially at work. You spend the most time there. I don't look to go to work and have fun. Well, why don't you? That's problem number one. Your work should be fun. You got to do it. Why would you want it to be work as opposed to fun? Something you genuinely enjoy and find satisfaction in. Okay. Next card says elevation. And I feel like we're still talking about relationships. And I still feel like we're talking about freedom, but it's like taking lots of different kind of wide angle turns. And the card says elevation. You are making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. You're making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. Yeah. Again, we're talking about freedom, but it's in like these wide angle lens ways. Like this raising the vibration of love. It's like so that you are not burdened by people's bullshit, really. It's really a lesson in mastery to raise your vibration, is to go above the fray, you know, to rise above any discontent or any trigger or any challenge, to rise above it, okay? We don't think about that as personal freedom. We think about that as things like forgiveness or, you know, grace, you know, letting people make it. We giving them mercy. We don't perceive it as elevation, that we are rising literally to an occasion where we could go low or be petty. We do go high, and we look for the higher vibrational feeling or thought or perspective. And as much as we don't perceive that as freedom, it is when you don't give things an opportunity or a chance to trigger you, you gain a new level of mastery, which is a new level of personal freedom. They just can't fuck with you. That's just how it goes. But you have to be willing to grow in that way, because if you are constantly being so sensitive and so triggered by everything that someone says about you or something that someone does that you don't like, if you're always going to be reactive to every little thing, like, you're never going to get here. Okay, you're never going to elevate, which is what the shit comes for, is to challenge you to spiritually elevate. So it's like you're either going to rise to the occasion or not. But it's a lot of energy around elevating and really elevating friendships, partnerships, kinships, okay? It's like this energy of freedom comes with growth, maturity, elevation, okay? It comes with, I want to say, expectations, okay? The way you experience more freedom in your relationships, whether it's a romantic or business partnership, is that you have expectations. People say, I'm not supposed to expect nothing from nobody. Yeah, you are. Shit. If you're going to be in community with them, or if they're going to be in community with you, aren't there some standards? There's a minimum level of expectation of how you expect to be treated, if nothing else, right? And so here's the thing. Many of us don't have these boundaries, don't have these expectations or these limitations. And so what happens is we then start attracting relationships that are misaligned, and that we start feeling trapped in them or tied to them, and we can't get out of it because we have an expectation to meet. And then when we actually decide to make something different, like we start moving different, or we start setting boundaries, or start speaking up for ourselves, when we actually rise to a new occasion, it's like we now give that person an opportunity to rise with us, or we're going to leave them behind. But either way, you become unburdened, which is a new level of freedom. When you stop tolerating things that don't resonate for you, you go to a different level of freedom. You are not burdened by the things that you allow to burden you when you set boundaries, when you say no, when you shift gears. Okay. So it's a lot of stuff in here. I don't know how this resonates for any one of you, but I can obviously hear that the themes are freedom, what feels like growth, okay, what feels like, if I can just say it in some plain terms, it's like taking charge over your life in different ways that set you free. Whether it be through setting expectations or setting boundaries or having having fulfillment be an essential core criteria. It's like these are all the many ways in which we can bring that sense of freedom into our lives. When joy becomes an essential criteria in your relationship, that means that anybody who's bringing the opposite of has no place to stand in your life. They have no place to occupy. There's no space for them. Okay. When you practice moving to a higher vibrational thought or behavior or attitude when someone is being petty or shallow with you, when you choose to rise above, you now are not burdened. You're not allowing their triggers to get to you. There's a level of personal freedom that comes with that mastery. So it's like this what sometimes feels like this elusive pursuit of just, I just want to feel good. That feel good is freedom. And it comes with choices. Okay? It comes with choices. And some might say freedom is not free because it comes with those choices, and those choices have consequences, but it's free to decide things for yourself. Yeah, it's free to say no. It's free to say, I demand this from you. I expect that from this connection. It's free to show love to somebody, even though they might be being an asshole. It's just not, it's how you it's how you refuse to give up your peace of mind. Okay. Refusing to give up our peace of mind brings in personal freedom. It's not my favorite reading day. I'm not really a fan of how these messages are coming out, but I say that and then I'll listen to it back. I'm like, oh my God, I needed to hear this. Whatever. Whatsoever. The sun is sunning. Thank you for liking the video. I appreciate it. All right, let's see where this is going. So it's a lot of energy around cutting something out. Okay, it feels like something, and it's given relationship. So again, freedom, right? Okay, so it's given like a need to cut something out. Okay, and so here's what I want to say. It's like, it's not. I just want to say it like that. It doesn't feel like a need to end or cut the relationship. It's the need to cut something out. So there's a need to make an adjustment. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's a need to make an adjustment. Okay. So it's like for friendship, kinship, partnerships that you feel like might need to draw to an end because it's like it's a wrap. It's like it just needs an adjustment. Okay. It's like, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. So if someone has approached you about a potential business partnership or an opportunity or something like that, it's not no. It's like, let me rethink it. Let's rework it. It's like, it's a time to negotiate. That's what I want to say. Okay. So it's don't quit, is refine. okay, and refine it to make it work for you. Okay, refine it to make it work for you. So if you've been offered a job, it's like, I'll take it if it has this, and this, whatever works for you. Okay. Romantic partnership, you know, I'll commit for as long as this, and this. You know, it's like you got to have what your bottom lines are, what your rule breakers are. You know, your your deal breakers are, or rule breakers. It's a lot of energy around that. Okay, need to refine, know what your deal breakers are, make it work for you. Okay. But yeah, it's a lot of energy around. So again, if anybody that's got a partnership in the making, okay, the card says follow through. And so it does feel like, you know, a lot of opportunity at base. So I don't know if you feeling popular or if you getting a lot of phone calls all of a sudden from people you wouldn't expect or about things that, you know, you thought were long forgot about. But it just feels like a season to follow through on some old stuff, okay? It feels like follow through on partnerships that are being presented, refine them, don't quit it, refine it, don't quit it, refine it, okay? Um, yeah, and it feels like, you know, if you can just get in the habit of asking for what you want out of situations, that you're going to be able to bridge pretty quickly to get your needs met. The problem is that many of us just accept what life is offering. You know, people offer you the opportunity, you're like, yes, and you don't negotiate more of what you want. So it just feels like that. And it's not just business. It feels like romantic partnership. If you're in a partnership, romantic, you have a lover, you have a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, spouse, whatever. Like if you are having challenges, it's like don't quit, refine it. So identify what it is that you want that would make it better for you, okay? I get the feeling like whatever you're going to say is going to be met with success. You're going to get what you want, but you got to speak up, okay? So big energy around follow through, okay? Follow through with stating what you need, what you want, how you want to go about it. It's like speak up. It's a lot of speak up energy. Speak up. Closed mouths don't get fed, okay? All right. Heavy on that too. Speak up. Like ask for what you want. You want to raise? Ask. Do you want to ask for more money? Ask for more money. You want housing? Ask for housing. You know. You want a car? Ask for a car. Like ask for whatever you want. You want your cell phone bill paid? Ask for it. Okay, whatever it is. It's a time for negotiations. I want some pipa, baby. Pipa. Like a cold one and a mature one. Not one from here. Okay, we got cards popping out. Card says Auric Field. I don't know where these messages are going. I'm just going to let them seep in. It says, it is time to call in energy of protect. No, it says, it is time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. It's time to call in energy protection to shield, clear, and strengthen your aura. I've been feeling this pretty heavily recently. Yeah, honestly, I've been feeling some evil eye energy. Like people, I might have some haters. I'll just say it that way. I might have some haters. You might have some haters too. And that is okay. Haters aren't necessarily people who act vicious or mean-spirited to your face. Haters are people who are hoping that you are not as successful as you set out to be. Okay. Sometimes haters are people that we love and who love us. Okay. Haters are often people who are disappointed with themselves in their own life, in their own right, and so that disappointment shows up as envy toward others. Okay. It might be a good time to strengthen your protective shields as you go out in the world, as you do your business, as you shine and be great on social media. You might, before you leave the house and go be in crowds, just set a positive intention that, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And that those who are setting out to set forth, any mean spirited energies in this universe, let it go back to them tenfold. But there's all kind of ways in which you can set spiritual protections around yourself, even just a small prayer, even just one single thought of I just, cast protection around myself as I move forward in this day or life or whatever. There's so many things. Some people like to sage or use Florida waters or other kinds of essential oils. Do whatever you do. There's so many different ways you can cast protection around yourself. But to just set a positive intention that not just protects you, but actually prays for the people who may try to rise up against you. And I hate to talk about this like this because it sounds like, it's demons and devils and, there's that too. But it's really just people who are sad. Look at people who are on the internet trolling. They're just fucking sad people. And, if we sit with it long enough, we can get to a place of empathy about why they're sad. But, trolls are just trolls and we call them trolls and that's it. But they're really sad people who are disappointed with life, who've been given a bad deal in some ways or regards, who are emotionally immature and don't know how to deal with life in a healthy way. So they do things like troll people they don't know on the internet. Like, these are sad people. Okay. So even before you go praying for them, I just say, protect yourself, protect your aura, and know that anytime that you are doing good in the world, that there are going to be people who don't like it. And that's unfortunate, but that is a sad truth, is that there's always going to be people who don't like you, regardless of what good you do in the world. So cast a protection in your auric field. The next card says spiritual teacher. Okay, spiritual teacher. And before I move on to this, it's like I need to reiterate here. Okay, it's like the more liberated you become in your own life, the more free you become of certain limiting beliefs and doubtful thoughts and self-sabotaging ways. The more you become healthier and happier and whole, the more people are going to hate on you. The more you become more free in your own life experience, the more others will be jealous and envious, not because they don't like you, but because they want to be like you. They want to achieve those levels of success and joy and satisfaction. They want that for themselves. So to watch you get it can only allow them to be so happy for you. Okay. So again, they say freedom is free. It is. And then it's not, right? As you grow and become your best self, you're going to naturally outgrow people. You're going to naturally outgrow people. As you become more liberated, you're going to notice people and how they're bound. It's going to be more obvious to you where people allow themselves to get stuck and stopped in their own life as you become more free in yours. It's just going to stand out more. Okay. So again, protect yourself. Know that everybody that's looking at you doesn't love you. And that's okay. Spiritual teacher is the next card. And it says you are being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher. Okay. Now this is funny. I can hold space for this card today much better than I ever could in any other moment in my life. But I've been getting this kind of notion for the last 4 or 5 50 years, that I am a spiritual teacher. I can own that. Okay. But I'm not alone because y'all getting this card too. This is a collective message. And it says you are being guided to step into your role as a spiritual teacher because you are one. And you may not resonate with it just the same way I didn't when I first started accepting who I am and what my purpose is in life. Yeah. I definitely was not comfortable with the word psychic, spiritual teacher. I wasn't even comfortable with the word intuitive for a long time. So far we've come. So I understand my role as a spiritual teacher, hence why I'm here. What about you? Okay. I'll be getting a lot of messages for this group around leadership and how you all are born leaders. You are born to lead and guide others. You have a natural knack for it. You don't have to go to leadership academies or go to school and get all kind of doctorate degrees and then show that you know how to be a leader. Like, no, you are born for this. Okay. And so there's a level of freedom that one needs to allow themselves to get to in order to own this moniker. Vic, do you know you're a spiritual teacher?
Yeah.
You own it? Should
Most
see her
days.
face.
Most days.
Most days she owns it. Are you comfortable with that language
Yeah.
now? Have you always been?
No.
No. Yeah. Oh, I think everybody needs to see your hair today. I braided Vic's hair. She got a church woman special, but it looks awesome.
Blessed and highly favored.
She blessed and highly favored. It's cute though.
It is. And the best thing is I don't have to comb it.
And the best thing is she didn't have to do it.
Thanks, Alami.
Crystal said, "Hey, hair."
Alami's setting appointments between.
I know, right? Just
3
add
and
that.
3:01 Between 3 and 3:01.
Take an appointment between 3 and 3:05. Don't be late. You might miss out. Oh my God. Last card. I'm telling you, these messages is all around freedom, but it's all around freedom. It's all around, okay? Visionary. Okay, we went from spiritual teacher to visionary. If you don't know you special, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, it says you are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. You are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. So again, freedom is the theme. This feels like you all are giving yourself permission. It's not just about, task mastering and getting things done and organizing yourself and that kind of thing. It feels like you are giving yourself permission to do some shit that you didn't ordinarily. It's like you're leaning into a big idea that you were shrinking back from. Okay. And this is a good thing. Okay. Those of you who are starting to recognize that you have something special and unique to offer the world and you're leaning in, this is a good thing. This is a good thing. Okay. And kudos to those of you who resonate with this message. I'm very proud of you, even if you don't feel like you've done anything significant, even just to say, okay, let me see. Let me think about it. That's letting it in. Kudos to you for letting it in. Okay. It says you are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. So it's giving me less talk and more action. So you've been brainstorming things for a lifetime. It feels like things are actually starting to move forward into to be made manifest, to be realized. I know this is a thing for me. We are building classes and workshops and books and all of the things are coming to life. And it's like, oh my gosh. And masterminds and communities and all kind of things that are coming to life. Like things we've been working on for a long time. Are you trying to show me something?
No, not right now.
Okay. So, yeah, visionary. We've got some visionaries in the house. Okay, some visionaries. It's more action, less talk. More action, less talk. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Is keep doing your mind mapping and your vision boarding and your planning, your calendar planning. Like keep doing all of the things to make it real. Okay. Keep doing all of the follow-up, book the phone calls, do the things that you need to make it real. Okay. But I do feel like I want to just keep saying kudos for letting it in. Okay. It's like, thank God you're finally starting to let in the big idea because this is what you're supposed to be doing. Shit. Okay. So I feel like a big congrats is in order. Okay. Okay. All right. Not my favorite reading today, but it's a reading today. Okay. our final card. Celebration. I love that. Celebrate good times. Come on. I love that. I'm telling you, it's high vibe times over here. I don't have problems in the world right now. I got them, but I ain't focusing on them. I have joy. I have challenges. I don't have problems. Problems don't have resolve. I have challenges. I just have to wait. I just gotta wait. Okay. But in the wait, we can still celebrate. Doesn't matter what you feel like you still haven't experienced or what hasn't come in yet or what you don't know or need to know. Fuck all of that. It's Friday. I don't know if you just got paid. But it's time to celebrate, y'all. We got life. We got health. And we got a whole lot more than that. So many of us have so much to be grateful for that we start complaining about all this little shit. We start complaining about things just because it's not the way we want it to be. But really, like, be quiet. Go sit down somewhere. All your needs are met. Okay? All of them. All your needs are met. Your desires are not met, but so what? Go sit down and wait and chill and get excited. Go be grateful. Go appreciate something that you got going on. Quit focusing on what's not happening or what's not there or who did what. Like, fuck. Life's too short. Life's just too short. Life's too short. Like, fucking life is too short. I'm not going to go into much detail, but I had a conversation or was part of a conversation with somebody yesterday. A grown woman that is almost in her 40s, I'm sure she's probably just 40 or just shy of 40, that was vocalizing getting some pleasure out of instigating some trouble out of other grown adults. And I'm just like, life is too short. Life is too short to use my time like that. Life is too short to use your time doing anything that doesn't bring you joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. It's like, it's too short. It's not worth it to me. Like, if you still are living in a dimension where you need to fight and argue, first of all, if you are a grown adult and you feel like you need to fight to get your point across and get your needs met, like, we have a bigger problem here. We have a whole bigger problem here. Talk about lack of focus. But yeah, I just don't give stuff the time of day. Anything that disrupts my peace does not get the time of day. It gets escorted to stage left and out the door. It just does not get time or space. Not people, places, or things that disrupt my peace get time or space. It's just not a thing. Life's too short. All right, I go now. Chris said, gross. Exactly. I go now.
What the lady's doing.
Huh?
You just said gross about.
Crystal, what'd you say gross about? I forgot what I said.
About the lady trying to start some shit.
Right. Exactly. The lady's trying to start some shit.
Yeah, this is really odd. It was really like, why?
Why?
It's people. People are unhealed. Only unhealed people do that. Only real unhealed people need everybody else to be miserable like them. It's too much kumbaya. I need you.
It's too much peace and getting together.
Peace, too much happiness.
Too much getting along over here. Let me start some shit.
Start
Girl,
some
go sit down. Yeah, super low vibrational behavior. Fuck, off the scale. I mean, it was really off the scale for me.
It was blatant.
So what did we learn? Don't fuck with her. No, we learned that we're going to go forward and be peaceful people today.
Okay, that.
Yeah. Vic didn't learn. All right, y'all. We out. Sign off, Vic.
Oh, yeah. Bye, y'all.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Have
We
a
love
great
you.
day, no
Okay.
matter what.
Have a great day no matter what, y'all. We love you. Okay, bye.